Hello. Before we start today's video, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I think it's just down there or there. It's down there somewhere. Hello and welcome back. Do you guys remember last week when I made that tiny nano paludarium and I absolutely loved the way it looked? You also remember when I was building the actual paludarium itself, I said that I wanted to do like a vertical one. And I didn't because, well, I'm an idiot and I broke the glass. But I made up for my mistake and I went out and bought more glass. So that's where we're gonna start today. We're gonna build another aquarium, same way that I did the last one. So let us get started. Okay, so we're here in the garage. This is where the magic happens. This is where I build my aquariums. So look down here. So this is oh my God, it's always a mess. Okay, so this is my new pane of glass. It's the same size as the last one, which is great. And then I also have this piece and then the broken piece here. And then I also have our little blueprints. And this is the taller one that I said that I kind of wanted to make along with the horizontal one. But I didn't because of that. So I'm going to take my measurements, figure that out, and then just like last week, the first step in the process is going to be cutting the correct glass parts. So I'm going to measure some stuff real quick, and then we're going to cut the glass. Wouldn't it be funny if I broke the glass again? Yeah, I broke the glass again. Maybe, you know, super thin glass from Home Depot isn't the way to go. I kid you not, I have cut this glass so many times. I've been using the same glass for like 2 years now, and I've cut it probably like at least 50 times, and it's never broken like that. Like, I had a clean line. Look at that line. That's clean. And for some reason, it just decided to, like, shatter. I mean, I don't know if it's, like, just the rag that I'm cutting on, like if that's causing an uneven surface or something, and then pressure points, but whatever. The good news is I think that I can still make the project out of pretty much anything that I have. I got one piece cut from the piece that I used last week, so that's good. So regardless of what happened, as much as it sucks, I'm just gonna continue on with the project and hope that it doesn't break again. Okay, thankfully I had enough. This is the full assembly. I've got the front, sides, back, bottom. Funny story too. So after that first piece of glass breaking, I had another one of these break. Well, it didn't exactly like break. It was just the cut was off because I don't even know what happened, but the cut was just off. So at that point I was like, okay, I gotta go get a new piece of glass now since I'm an idiot. And then I found this piece. I have a box of extra glass and I found this piece in it. Now the dimensions of this, the bottoms of these is 5 by 5. Can you guys guess, just by pure sheer luck, what the dimensions of this piece is? If you guessed 5 by 5, you'd be correct. I somehow had a perfect piece of glass just sitting, and I'm not lying, I kid you not. I did not know that was there. That just saved the whole project, because then I had enough to cut everything else, and now we're here. So miraculous miracles and what kind of dark magic and stuff aside, the next thing I need to do, like I did the last one, is tape up these edges and then wipe it down with some of the isopropyl alcohol. Yummy.
Whoa, 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 absolutely not. Jeez. That's better.
Okay, so our little tank is siliconed, and now we just gotta wait for 24 hours until it's cured. You guys know how much I hate waiting, so let's just... What the... Where am I? So our little aquarium is all cured and it's all good. So, it's time to work on the scape. And this time I don't think I'm gonna do a background. So for the actual scape, I kind of want to make it almost look like a cliff. If you guys remember a while ago, I did the DIY tabletop or desktop waterfall, whatever it was. And that one I kind of had this like, you know, rock wall look, and then kind of like the vines growing over it. So I kind of want to do something similar, but I want to make it look more of like kind of an overhanging cliff that goes into a water area. So again, I'm going to be using some dragonstone just because I really like the look of this stuff. And then in terms of wood, I will be using a bunch of these like spider wood vines because that's basically all I have. I wish I could use tiger wood, but this should look okay. So I'm gonna get started with that, and then we'll have a pretty good looking scape. So let's make a pretty good looking scape. Okay, so the base scape I think is done. It's again like the last one. It's hard to tell at this point because it's so bare, but it's also hard to get the details in without like, you know, super gluing them and whatnot. But I'm pretty happy with it. I like the way that it's going. I like the look of it. I like the different like height levels. Like I said, there is. Still gotta do the detail work. So the next thing I'm gonna do is
I started by removing the existing branches from the scape. That way I could come back in with a little bit of cotton ball fluff and some super glue and create a strong bond between the scapes to hold everything in place. You guys have seen me do this in the past. And then I covered everything with some sand to make it not look ugly. Then I went back and repeated it for the rest of the scape. I really love this technique. It's super easy, doesn't, you know, cost any extra money for anything, and it works really well. The scapes have always been nice and secure and they never fall. The next thing I did was I did the same thing for all of the main wood pieces, and then I started adding the smaller pieces, like the little detail parts that, you know, branch off of the actual scape. Some of these I didn't include the cotton balls just because they were too small and really didn't need it, but I still covered it with sand. That way it didn't look ugly.
Okay, so now that our scape is completely finished, except for a few small details that I'll do when I add the substrate, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not as detailed as I normally go just because I don't really have any small things, but I think once we get the moss and stuff in place, it should look pretty good. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this out, and then I think I'm going to add the substrate in first just because there are a few like points of the scape where it kind of does press against the glass, and I don't particularly think that it needs any kind of like egg crate or anything. I just think it needs, you know, just a little bit of cushion. So I think just adding some sand at the bottom first should do the trick. So that's the next thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add the substrate and then plants and moss, and then I think we'll be done. So let's get done. Hi. This lighting is very ominous.
I just want to say a huge thank you again to everybody for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and liked the project. I really like the way it turns out. I love these little paludariums. They're so fun to make. If you want to see this other little one that I made in last week's video, be sure to check that out. And just thanks to all of you for watching the video. I appreciate it that you guys are sticking around till the end, and I appreciate, just the support and watching my videos. Make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next week.
Ow.